All those who have fallen, let us now stand and make sure. Thank you. We live in a society that guide us and teach us just about corruption, abuse of power, and a blatant disregard for the rights of the very people they are sworn to protect. The people of Guyana deserves better. They deserve, in fact, a police force that serves not one that silences, a force that protects, not one that prays. Until the Guyana police force commits to real accountability, professionalism, and respect for human rights, they will remain a symbol of betrayal rather than justice. The time for reform is not tomorrow, it is more than mourning. They demand bold, unrelenting action. They demand that we shake Guyana, from complacency and move with urgency and purpose towards a nation where the constitutional right to life is not just words on paper, but is sacred, unbreakable truth. It is time, comrade. It is time, comrade. My speech got wet. So everything I have to think the mirror. We must make, as I said, real promise. We must do that. We must make real promise. And those promises are important as we move on. Let me say to you, these moments demand, as I said earlier, more than moment. They demand bold and unrelenting action. They demand that we shake Guyana. We must make real the promise of true inclusionary democracy as guaranteed by Article 13 of our Constitution. Not someday, not when it's convenient, but now. And we must confront and crush the barriers that hold us back. Pettiness, tribalism, division, and the poisonous dames of political mischief. Even in difficult circumstances. Comrades, enough is enough. The people of Guyana deserves a nation that lives up to its highest ideal. The time for change is not coming. The time for change is here. The time is now. Let me say to you that as we need to change where the state respect workers' rights. A change where no nurse, no teacher, public servant, sugar worker, or miner is treated as invisible or disposable. A change where collective bargaining is honored, not ignored. Where court rulings in favor of workers are enforced, not evaded. And where every citizen's labor is met with dignity, fair compensation and protection under the law. Too often, comrades, workers have carried this nation on their backs only to be left behind. This must end. It must end now. A nation cannot rise if its workers are kept on its knees. The state must stop seeing workers as obstacles and start treating them as partners in progress. Let it be clear, comrades. Let it be very clear. One, we are the citizens of this republic. And two, we are the financiers of the state. And until such time that governments realize that, we will have to continue to fight. This country is ours, and its government must reflect the voices, needs, and dreams of all its people, not just the privileged few. That is not a favor, it is a right. It is a right in this country. The absence of check-off and balances has turned governance into performance theater. One marked by impunity, chaos, and lawlessness. In a healthy democracy, the minority is not an afterthought, it is an active participant. In a just society, law and order are sacred and not selective. I wish that all of us, in our quiet moments, think of it and let Nandalal and others understand that. We say today to those who hold power, this land does not belong to your party, your clique, or your dynasty. The taxes you spend are not gifts. They are the people's money, and they must serve the people and all the people. The GTUC believes that real development is impossible without dignity, and participation is non-negotiable. Guyana is not short on resource. It is not short on resource. It is short on the will. It's short on the will. Will to do what is right. This country, comrade, is brimming with promise. But potential alone means nothing if it is not realized equitably. We must commit ourselves, comrade, to justice, not as a slogan, but as a national creed. Let me take time to speak without fear. Any attempt to marginalize or exclude any part of our people, whether by race, region, or political alignment, it is not just wrong, it is dangerous. It fractures our nation, breeds resentment, and sows the seeds of collapse. Yes, the boast of Guyana is the fastest growing economy in the world. But what does that mean to the single mother in Warbies? The young jobless graduate in Linden? He who sleeps on the pavement and ravishes through the garbage for his next meal? The pensioner, the nurses, teachers, public servants who live from paycheck to paycheck? The sugar worker in Western Marara, where is their share of the wealth? Where is their justice? We need to demand that. Let us remind this government, comrades, the Constitution is not a suggestion. It is the supreme law. And Article 13 demands equity, inclusion, and representation. Today, we acknowledge the restoration of free education from nursery to university, which many over the years fought for. It was restored not out of kindness, but the people growing demands. It was you people who demand that it must be reinstated. As we said to this regime, you cannot claim credit while ignoring the debt you owe to the people. For 31 years, tens of thousands of Guyanese were burdened with tuition fee. They will never have to pay. That that injustice must be corrected today. The GTUC demands the immediate cancellation of all outstanding tuition debt and full refund for those who paid. This is not charity, it is reparative justice. And let us be honest, comrades. We cannot, on one hand, demand reparation, as it is in use area. And he's a man who start about it. And go tell the UN to talk about it. Give him a round of applause. As I said, and let me be honest, we cannot on one hand demand reparation from the former colonial powers, Britain, France, and all of them, while refusing to right the wrongs we impose on our own people. Justice must begin from home. Justice must begin from here. They must pay, they must refund those people who paid for UG the 21 years, and they must make sure that those who are paying all those debts be cancelled. When we propose direct and indirect cash transfer, it was to bring fairness, transparency, and dignity. These programs must not be tools for political patronage. We call on the Ali administration to publish a full accounting of every dollar spent and every name on the list. The people will judge whether the wealth was fairly shared. And so today, we reaffirm to submit our 15-point national plan, a blueprint for inclusion, justice, and shared prosperity that we have laid before this nation in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, and again in 2020. We demand the following. Implementation of Article 13. Make citizens' participation in their decision-making real. Constitute all constitutional commissions now. There are a number of constitutional commissions for years have not been like the human rights. The vote of power to local and regional governments, RDR, the RDCs and the NDC, government determine how much money they will get. They can't raise taxes, they can't do anything. It has to stop. We have to stop. We can't get a couple men and women who have been elected to government to dictate for us where we sleep and what we eat. We are suggesting also that it be mandated that at least 60% of the parliamentarians approve the national budget. Not one side with a simple majority imposing on the people at Linden or the people at Georgetown what they must have because they don't like them and believe that they didn't vote for them. Affirmative action for equal and equitable access to jobs, contracts, and services. You don't have to join any political party to get contracts. Now we got to affirmative action and put systems in place where we can divide the spoil. Direct and indirect cash transfer from oil revenue, including a universal $5,000 annual household grant annually. Eliminate PAYE. We pay PAYE and people come in, workers of this country, born here, ready, or you come here and live and become citizens, got to pay PAYE every time you draw your pay. But people coming from all over the place and getting a tax concession and we can't get anything or talk the PAYE. Launch unemployment benefit through the NIS. You know, since 1969, the NIS was established. The Act makes provision for unemployment benefit, but was never activated. We demanding that we get the money, that we put it there, that we get NIS, that we get unemployment benefit. If a man can knock out from work this weekend, and you get a job till next month, 9 months, by then you get a job, you can't fall along in poverty. Let us get NIS unemployment benefit in place that can help that man through 6 or 9 months. We are saying protect the human rights and enforce collective bargaining. Settle outstanding grievances with respect to court rulings and favor the workers or citizens and protect the environment. Among these, including severance pay for workers at the bauxite company, Guyana Incorporated, the restoration of the checkout system, checkout for the Guyana Teachers Union by this uncaring government. We need to shout them and let them hear us State House. Those who are dining there. Expand the school feeding. I am going to be sending this thing out to all of you, but let me take the salient points of it. This is not a wish list. This is a demand for dignity. A plan rooted in the rights, not favor. The time for political theater is over. The time for political theater is over. We demand accountability. We demand fairness. We demand fairness. We demand our share. The GTUC will not stand down. The GTUC will not stand down. If you recognize that we intend this morning that even if it's 10 people come out, that we are going to walk. And when the rain comes, we say we're going to walk through the rain. Give yourself another round of applause. We deserve it. We will work with every citizen, every group committed to justice. We speak today for labor, past, present, and potential. We speak for the future of this country, and we will not be silent. We ambition, comrade, a nation where every citizen, regardless of their background, has a seat at the table, where the wealth of our land is shared equitably, and where justice is not a privilege but a right. The GTUC stands firm in the belief that true democracy is participatory, inclusive, and just. We call upon the government to uphold the Constitution, to restore the rights of the people, and to ensure that every voice is heard. We demand, comrade, free, fair, and credible election. We demand free, fair, and credible election. Elections that reflect the will of the people, not the whims and fancy of the powerful. Elections that honor the sacrifices of those who fought for our right to choose. Let me tell you what. Well, we need to understand. You people are young. The march for one man, one vote, that they call adult universal suffrage. It is this trade union movement that fought for it in this country. Wow. When the trade union movement started the march in 1926, Pops Barnum was 3 years of age. And he was a toddler, fortunately a toddler. And Chelly was a little boy, wearing short pants. So when I tell you that they fight for it, let me tell you what, we give it to them, and you give it to them. You made it possible. Let us unite, comrades, as you at Nathaniel told you, to forge a path forward. Let us build a nation where justice, equality, and democracy are not mere ideals, but living reality. It is the union, comrades. It is this union. As I welcome you, I want to say to you, it is this union that makes all of us strong. And Luther continue. Together we are unstoppable. The rain could not stop us this morning, and nobody else can do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Comrades, Comrades, we have the president of the Trade Union Congress who will come in to talk with you. I was just advised that a key was handed to me. Somebody picked it up by parade ground there. It is a bunch with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys. I don't know who dropped their keys, but I tell you what, I want to get rid of it very fast. So, comrades, we have a very good day, and we have to enjoy it. While somebody said to me, the numbers are not as, you have 4 small numbers today. I said to them, yes, the numbers may look small, but the will and determination of the people who are here is large enough to repel any army, even if it's a certain army. Amen. Let me take this opportunity to tell you that I've been in this movement a long time. And I have had allies, and good, bad, and indifferent. I want to tell you, I have listened to Norris Witter in this auditorium even before we became members of the Executive Council of the TDC. He has always been lethal when it comes to the cause. He's not lethal because he wants to be lethal. But he's lethal because he recognizes that the cause of workers require a consistent, dedicated, and legal and lethal struggle. I want to take this opportunity to welcome him. But before I welcome him, let us in the program makes provision for a song. Get up, comrades! Get up! Up! We want to build! We want to build! For our children, a future that will be free. All rights of us, given we try to work and learn from our history. Yes, we want to be able and the fight begun by your great love. To live in a state of national unity. The faith of a nation, one destiny and free. Freedom of people unto the destiny. To pay by the road in building to a nation that will be great and for all to see. One people, one nation, one destiny and free. I want to live and help me all to Yes, comrades, you can have your seat. What we are saying to them that while they want to break, we want to build. And we are going to build. In the audience, I see some other people there. Terence Campbell from the National Resource Fund, who represent this country. Stand up, Terence, let people see who you are. Stand up, Nigel. Where is Brooms? I see Brooms here, all right. Kathy, let everybody know you. Brother Norris, it is your task to give the match in honor.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Our protocol has been well established. May I join with the General Secretary of the Guyana Trade Union Congress to express to you how pleased we are that you have weathered this storm and despite all odds, march with us this morning. It was out of crisis, pernicious exploitation of the working class that the labor movement was worth it. And I want to suggest that it is in times of crisis when the labor movement must respond most emphatically. We have read and heard over the past 2 days that a number of our colleagues, trade union leaders, that is, have opted out of the march today, and as their excuse, unsafe environment. It is unsafe environment that created us. And it is in unsafe environment that we must work, we must operate. But while many of them did not see the need to march because of unsafe environment, I'm advised that they are at the moment at State House.
Yes, drinking coconut water.
They are at State House, right? Lavishly taking part. Okay. Yeah. Of all the niceties. Eating the mutton and the beef while the poor workers suffer. As correctly will tell you, the emperor invited them, and therefore the subjects responded. You know, the theme of today's rally and maybe is we need a change.
It is this trade union movement that fought for it in this country. When the trade union movement started in March, and then
Yes, the theme is we need a change, and that the state must respect workers' rights. That theme is laudable. But I would like to say something to you today. I do not have any faith in the current regime, despite the demands of the TUC to respect the workers' rights, will do so.
Mr. President, we have no faith in
Over the past 4 years or thereabouts, we have seen where the state has violated the rights of workers with impunity. When one speaks to the question of bad governance, they are an example of bad governance. And therefore, I will wish to suggest to you that if we desire to have a state that will not only respect the rights of workers, but will subscribe to the tenet of good governance, then there must be a change of the status quo. There must be a change of the status quo. And what do I mean for those who don't understand? We need new faces in high places. New faces in high places. There is not so long from now what we consider as a general and regional elections. I would like you to demonstrate the same grit you have demonstrated here this morning in your campaigning to ensure that there are new faces in high places. There must be new faces in high places. The General Secretary came and made reference when he asked you to stand with us on a few minutes of silence for the death of a number of citizens. Many, as you will know, died at the hands of the state. One of the coercive arms of the state, the police, that is. We are not saying that all policemen are bad, but we are saying that there are enough rogue elements within the police force to make the society unsafe. We have had a shooting in Linden. We have had shooting in Georgetown. And we have had also, apart from that, we have had the heinous death of Ariana Young. Adriana. Thanks for that correction. Adriana Young. I am suggesting to you that the criminals murdered her, but the state assassinated her. The state must be held responsible, not only due to the fact that it was one of the arms of the state, but not giving her the kind of protection that she needed, and participated. I'm suggesting in the prosecution of that heinous crime. And that is why I am suggesting that if we are to have good governance, if we are to have the respect for laws, if we are to have the respect for personal security, if we are to have respect for our community security, if we are to have respect for life and liberty, then there must be new faces in high places. There must be new faces in high places. I want to tell you, this is going to be the shortest speech our president of the Guyana region. Because I believe, former Mayor Prime Minister, welcome. Thank you for coming. Let me just say something about Ariana. Adriana. It is my view that Adriana's death, the murder, assassination of Adriana, will not go in vain. Strange things are happening, not only in Guyana, but throughout the world. I do believe that Guyana will be the catalyst for a great revolution. And Guyana will be the catalyst that will ensure that there will be youth faces in high places. And I say to you, each and every one of you, speak our name. Speak our name. Guyana in every village. Guyana in every community. Guyana in every region. Guyana. I thank you.
Yeah. They like treat us anyhow. Comrades.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Live. Come.
Yes. Let us stand and we're going to take at least the chorus of the Union song. I mean, you look young by what? You're still green? But you're wearing a shop today? Yeah. Wait, I said 90? I talked to him a couple of days ago. He said, I feel like 12 and a half. I asked him, yes. Weeks you want to give us or?
Anything.
Oh, let us see.
Anything.
Let me start with this. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. When the union inspiration to the workers' pleasures, there can be no greater anywhere we live the sun. That will watch our heart to beat. We'll see the strength of one. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. In our hands is placed the power greater than the hoarded gold, greater than the might and armies magnified upon the foot. We can bring to forth a new world from the ashes of the earth, for the union makes us strong. Let me sing it again. Let me sing it again. Based on what Brother Winter said. In our hands we place a power greater than their earthly gold, greater than the might of armies magnified thousandfold. They can bring to forth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. We're not now have the voter tanks. I'll ask Sister Kimberly Porter to come forward. Sister Porter is the president of the Local Government Officers Union. Sister Porter.
Good day. It's a great pleasure to stand here today on behalf of myself, the Guyana Local Government Officers Union, the Guyana Trade Union, to deliver the vote of thanks. Today, we came out and as I look around, I see a small number. I expect to see more persons coming out. I see a small number of persons out because they came out because they care and the struggle has to go on. You are the persons who is telling the nation something. We care about what's going on in Guyana. So we came out and we marched in the rain. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. To Mr. Hamilton Green, our former Prime Minister, former Mayor of Georgetown, thank you for coming out. You always make yourself present. And we must take an example from Comrade Hamilton Green. He's telling us something. Thank you again. To all the MPs, Sister Coretta McDonald, Mr. Patty, Brother Nigel Hughes, Ferguson, thank you all for making a special effort to come out. To those are the MPs who I didn't call their name. Thank you. We march in the rain. Thank you. To all the workers who made this march a success. Thank you for coming out today. The struggle is on. To Brother Witter, the President of the Guyana Trade Union Congress, to Mr. Brother Lincoln Lewis, all the other executive members of the GTUC, the organizing team, thank you for making this march a success. And thank you to the speakers, again, Brother Lincoln and Brother Norris. Thank you, the message, we hear you. It was well sent. And I hope everyone is listening. And I hope some action will be taken. Once again, on behalf of the Guyana Trade Union Congress, thank you all for making this parade and rally a success. Thank you. Thank you. God bless us all.
Thank you for doing it. Comrades, I know some of you come and you want to go away, but today is a happy day. Let us have the music. I want the music, and I'm going to tell you something. I want to see which one of you can do it more than me. To the police, thanks for your cooperation. Thanks for your cooperation. I observe you're a referee. I want to invite you to come closer. Come closer and even have a moment with us. The police is a part of this society. The people who comprise the police force, some of them are our brothers, our sisters, our nieces, our nephews. And I want to tell you, regardless of the differences that we may have, you are part of me and I'm part of you, and you're part of me. They're part of you and you're part of them. We have to live together. Not only work together, we have to live together for a better day. I want to tell you, you know, I used to think, why somebody asked me some time ago why you don't run for political office. I say, here's something. I am not so decent as one society may want to be a politician. And because I know that I can't live to all the rules, I can live to some of the rules. I will hold people accountable based on the rules. I get my role, you get my rule. So there you have your rule. The police have their rule, we have our rule, and what we sign to them that we need to work together. Police, thank you, thank you, thank you. Music, music, music. We have enough to eat and drink. Let me tell you something. When you're poor people but always get food. Because they're cutting the edge of the dollars. All right. Yes, let me get it. Music. Turn it up more.
Stand up for your life. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Reach your hand, don't tell me heaven is on the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. It's a call that keeps us exposed. I'm just going and that's getting cold. So now we see the light. Stand up for your right. Come on, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Most people say, great God will come from the sky. Take away everything and make everybody behind. But if you know what life is worth, you will look to your right eye. And now you see the light. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the right. Get up, stand up. I like to bring it down, brother. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the right. I got focus.